welcome back to Chillin' Solo, and welcome back to the Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. Well, we're going to be playing through Chapter 2 right now. So I'm not going to go over the rules. If you want to learn the rules, I did a tutorial in the video for Chapter 1 where you can go and look at that. We're just going to dive into playing here. So let's go on to Chapter 2. Chapter 2. You ought to go quietly, and you ought to go soon, said Gandalf. 2 or 3 weeks had passed, and still Frodo made no sign of getting ready to go. I know, but it is difficult to do both, Frodo objected. If I just vanish like Bilbo, the tale will be all over the Shire in no time. So Chapter 2, a little delay in the Shire. The characters we have for this chapter are Frodo, Sam, Merry, Gandalf, and Pippin. Now, the mandatory characters for this chapter are Frodo, Merry, and Sam, and I've marked them with the tokens to show that these are the mandatory characters. So we have 4 hands, we have 3 mandatory characters, so we will get a choice of either bringing Gandalf or Pippin along with us for this chapter. Now the other part of this setup now is a new mechanic that's going to be involved for this chapter. This has introduced threat cards, which are the Black Riders. That's this little pile of cards here. This is a deck that only has 4 cards in it, numbered 1 to 4. And we're going to shuffle up that deck. And this will become apparent as what it's for when it comes to Sam's victory conditions, which we'll get into in a second. So we'll just shuffle them up and put them back there. And then again, the victory conditions are we've got a short game, so 1 round, and we just need to finish all of the chosen characters. So even though there are 5 characters to choose from, we only have to complete the goals of the ones that we choose for this chapter. So, for example, if we chose Gandalf, we don't need to worry about Pippin's objective because he is not a character that we have chosen. So, let's have a look at the characters that we've got for this one. So we know Frodo, he needs to win the 4 rings. And we know Pippin, we've had him before, he needs to win the fewest amount of tricks. And Gandalf also was in Chapter 1, he needs to win 1 or more tricks. So the new ones for this chapter are Merry and Sam. Now Merry's victory condition is that he needs to win 1 or 2 tricks exactly. So if come the end of the round we've won 0 or we've won more than 2, we have failed his condition. He needs to win 1 or 2. And his setup ability is that he can exchange with either Frodo, Sam, or Pippin. And Merry is a stout heart. Sam is a gardener. His victory condition is that he needs to win a specific hills card based on the value of the card that we draw from the threat deck. So now his setup ability is that we draw a threat card, and then he can exchange with Frodo, Merry, or Pippin. So just to run through quickly and clarify a bit about Sam's victory condition, he needs to win a specific hills card that is going to be indicated by the threat deck. So his setup, during his setup, we'll draw a threat card. So for example, we'll flip the top card over the deck. This is a 3. So during the round, Sam will have to win the 3 of hills in order to fulfill his victory condition. And that's simply it. That's how it works. So I'm just going to reshuffle this deck up quickly. Just wanted to show you that. That's how it works. We'll just draw 1. So it's always, in this chapter, it's always going to be either 1, 2, 3, or 4 because there's only 4 cards in the threat deck. So it's not going to be something too high for him to try and deal with. So that's it. That's the setup for Chapter 2. So let's go and assign the characters to the different hands. So Merry needs to win 1 or 2 tricks. Where do we want to send Merry? Obviously Frodo's already here because he's got the 1 of rings. I'm thinking maybe send Merry down here. He's got a high 6 forest, which he could win fairly early on, and then we've got a bit of wiggle room for a second trick if we have to at some point during the round. Yeah, let's do that. So let's bring Merry down here for this hand. Sam is our other mandatory one. Now, we don't know the card that Sam needs to win yet. We won't find that out until his setup ability. So maybe we put Sam early in clockwise order so that we can find out what his threat card he needs to win. And maybe, So for example, if we happen to flip the 3 of hills over, we know it's there, and we could maybe exchange some cards to make Sam win that early, and then he's completed. So yeah, let's do that. Let's put Sam here with this hand, and now we can choose, do we want to take Pippin or Gandalf with us? These are low cards, which might be good for Pippin. But then Gandalf's condition is fairly simple. He only needs to win 1 trick. I know what, I'm going to go with Pippin. He's got low cards. Let's go with Pippin. Gandalf, sorry you're not coming along this time. Just the hobbits. So there we go. That's characters chosen. Let's go through the set of abilities. Nothing for Frodo. Let's give him the ring token. On to Sam. So Sam's going to draw a threat card. So let's see what he's got. He needs to win the 1 of hills. So do we want to switch? He can exchange with Frodo, Merry, or Pippin. So you can exchange with any of the 3 hobbits. However, we only get to do 1 exchange, and Merry also gets to exchange, and Pippin gets to exchange. But I think it might be worth exchanging with Sam and taking that 6 of hills off him. So at least he's got a fairly high hill card. If the 1 of hills shows up soon, then he's got something to win it with. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to switch the 6 of hills out with Frodo. What do we want to give him? We give him a shadow card. He could play a shadow card early, meaning that Merry could, because Merry doesn't have a shadow card, Merry could break rings fairly early in the game, so that might be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give the shadow card to Frodo, and Sam can take the hills. Right, let's get going then. So, 4 rings for Frodo, the 1 of hills specifically for Sam. Merry needs to win 1 or 2, and Pippin needs to win the fewest. So, Frodo starts the game. He's going to start by playing the 6 of shadows. Sam must play a shadow card, so he's going to play his 2 of shadows. Then Merry doesn't have a shadow card, so he's going to break the rings now early in the game, playing the 4 of rings, and Pippin has to play his 4 of shadows. So we've broken rings, so we can now lead with ring cards. Frodo wins that trick. That is 1 of the 4 rings that he needs to win. Move this lost card over here. I'm going to keep track of Frodo's tricks up here. Okay, now we'll deal out some new cards to everybody. Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. Okay, no sign of the hills yet. Okay, so Frodo's going to lead now. What do we want to do next? Maybe, do we want to give Merry 1 of his wins? Possibly we could do that now. He's got the highest forest out there, so he could win that. We don't want to play any hills. Yeah, well, we can't play any hills with Frodo anyway, but we want to get rid of... Sam needs to keep this hill cards, possibly win the 1 when it comes out. Let's give Merry his win. So, or 1 of his tricks that he needs to win anyway. We'll play the 1 of forest. Sam will play the 3 of forest. Pippin is going to play Merry is going to play the 6 forest, and Pippin is going to play the 4. Giving Merry the win for that trick. He has won 1 of his possible maximum of 2 tricks. So, new cards. 5 of hills, 3 of rings. There's another ring card out. 8 of shadows and 8 of forest. Oof, okay. Interesting. Where do we want to go here then? Maybe we'll probably want Frodo or Sam to be winning this trick, because we don't want Pippin or Merry to be winning too many. So let's play some mountains. Give Sam the initiative, because then maybe he could hopefully help get the hill card when it shows up. So 4 mountain for Merry, 1 of mountains for Pippin. Frodo has to play the 7, and Sam has to play the 8. Giving Sam the win for that trick. Sam's going to Put his trick over here. That's one. New cards. Having a forest. There's another ring there. You might want to start giving Frodo his rings. There is still no sign of the one of hills. Okay, so rings can be led with now. Do we do that and give Frodo a couple of rings? Problem is, there's still two of rings out there somewhere. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's start with rings. We're going to play the 5. Merry doesn't have anything, so he's going to get rid of his 8. Again, we don't want him to win too many tricks. Pippin's going to get rid of his 8 because he doesn't have any rings either. And then Frodo is going to play his 1 of rings and choose to win the trick, giving Frodo 2 more rings. So just 1 more ring for Frodo to win that, and that's his second trick. Okay, let's deal out some more cards. 1 of shadows, 4 of hills, 5 of mountains. Come on, 7 of shadows. Still 1 ring left in the deck, and still the 1 of hills to find. But we should be able to win this trick, this ring now, if we play the 7 of forest. Sam does not have a forest, so he is going to play his 3 of rings. Merry's going to play has to play a forest, so he's going to play his 5 of forest. And Pippin is just going to get rid of his 7 of shadows. No, actually, let's get rid of his 7 of hills, because that might hinder Sam possibly winning the 1 of hills when it shows up. So that's that. Frodo wins. He gets his final ring, so that is Frodo's objective complete. And he's got a 3rd trick. And then we'll deal out, should be the last set of cards. Oh, he's got the 8 of hills there, lovely. There's the 1, and there's the final ring. But I think we're good to go from here. So Frodo is going to lead the trick. He's going to lead with the 2 of hills. Sam is going to play his 8 of hills. Merry the 1, and Pippin has to play the 3. Sam wins that. Sam has won the 1 of hills specifically, which is indicated from this threat card. So that is Sam's objective complete. Now let's play out the rest of the round. So Sam is going to play the 6 of hills, Merry the 5 mountains, Pippin the 7 of shadows, and Frodo the 5 of hills. So he has to play a hill. Sam wins that one. Sam again will play the 5 of shadows, 3 of mountains from Merry, 6 of mountains from Pippin, 1 of shadows from Frodo, giving Sam that win as well. Then Sam will finish off with the 4 of hills, 2 of mountains, 2 of rings, 2 of forests. Sam wins again. And then we'll double check the other conditions. Merry needed to win 1 or 2 tricks. He only won the 1 trick, so his objective is complete. And Pippin needed to win the fewest tricks, and he has won 0. His objective is complete. Chapter 2 is done. There we go, that's chapter 2. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Join me in the next video. We'll be going through chapter 3. See you soon.